What up, friends?
Well, there's a new record in the 40-yarder. The blazing 4.21 by the Texas wide receiver. I know Jake's going to like this, Xavier Worthy, who's seen as a top or a 12 to 13 best receiver in this draft. Kind of really quick thoughts on this, on the record, and does this possibly raise his stock at all? On the record, Omar. Does this possibly raise his stock at all?
Yes, so two thoughts I have about this. The first thought being that if you actually go back and they show the overlay, another overlay here for you sports fans at the Combine, they showed the overlay of him versus John Ross, who was the previous owner of the 40s. So if you want to see some fast dudes, you go watch that. That being said, everybody's just getting bigger, faster, stronger. These athletes all the time. And that's all this shows me, is that athletes are just getting faster every day and every minute with the training and the technology and things that we have these days. And yeah, I mean, some people are just granted superhuman speed as well, like this dude. And that was, pretty crazy. The other thing is on this that I have is, yes, I have already heard from sources that he's already moved into the first round, the end of the first round projection.
Okay, so he has moved him up. Wow.
Yep. Some teams at the end of the first round are already talking his name.
Okay. Oh, wow. And?
I mean, overall, man, just looking at the draft itself, man, we had the ability to see a lot of guys just perform, man. The 40, a lot of guys I saw one guy with that vertical jump. Kid from Boston College did 42.5. I mean, some of these guys did some phenomenal stuff, man. I mean, as far as their running, their skill sets, and different things like that. So, as Omar caveated, man, today's NFL is bigger, faster, stronger. These guys have the agility, and they perform well, man.
Okay. What's your thoughts, Jake? I know this is your team.
Here's the thing. Xavier Worthy is showing us that he is the next Deshaun Jackson with better route running. So I'm seeing him as going to be a 10-year vet. 10
really?
Wow. 10-year vet. Really? Man's going to be great. I'm proud of him for what he's doing. He's absolutely showing everybody why he's going to be the best wide receiver, in my opinion, in this draft. Sorry, Marvin Harrison, move over.
What? Okay, come on, Jake. You can't start off the show like that.
Wait a minute.
I will say this.
You don't even need to say that. Just say he'll be a good receiver and one of the top. You don't got to say the best. You don't got to.
What do you guys think about Marvin Harrison not showing up for the Combine? Marvin Harrison didn't show up.
To me, Marvin Harrison
Jake.
is like...
he's going to be even better than his partner, Jake? Donovan Mitchell?
Michael Pittman is the kind of similarity I see with Marvin Harrison.
What about him?
I don't think he'll have the same pizzazz the way that Xavier Worthy will have in this draft.
He's going to be better than Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors.
Xavier Worthy will be the best wide receiver in this draft. Absolutely. I think
I just don't understand.
If they take this long, it's going to be a steal in the draft.
Talk about overreaction day.
Oh no!
Hey, Flo, the other day we had all gotten together off air. Jake didn't stay as usual after the show. For our after show meeting, he likes to dish off before we have that. But we had our after show meeting, and we all decided, we really need to find out when Jake can go, because we want to make sure we get him on there. He brings some good personality to the show. People watch so they can hate on him. Everybody loves to hate Hot Take Jake. But you know what? I think we should rethink our decision, because horrible takes like this are going to bring down the credibility of our show. Okay, sir? I think we need to rethink having Jake on during this off-season period.
Let me tell you something, Omar. You sound like an idiot.
Come on, man.
When Xavier Worthy shows up, and I think he's going to go to a great team. So
where do you forecast? Okay. Where do you forecast he's going to go? Where's he going?
My guess, and it's going to scare me, but I would be worried. There's three teams I'd be worried that would get him.
Chiefs?
I think the Bengals. I think the Chiefs. Okay. And I honestly believe the Bills might go after him.
I could see him going late round to the Chiefs and coming back to burn your behind.
And Burn, yours too, right? You're in the same.
We got the best lockdown corner.
He's not gonna be better than Marvin Harrison. Just stop. He's not. We don't need to go there. It's not gonna happen.
But here's the thing, Omar.
The only way that would happen is God forbid an injury. God forbid an injury. That would be the only way. Marvin Harrison, his genes just preclude him to become one of the best of all time.
So why didn't he show up to the combine, man?
Xavier does.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to when you're that good. Just like we're going to talk about Caleb Williams. Why? I ain't got to show you nothing. You got 3 years of tape. Good tape. The best tape of me being the best player on the field. Whether it's Marvin Harrison, whether it's Caleb Williams, whoever it is that's the number one at their position. You've seen me for 3 years now. Giving you tape. You don't need no more tape. You don't need nothing. The only thing you need to get from the combine is medical. That's the only point of the combine. But then they wanted to turn it into this whole dog and pony show where they have these people running 40s and jumping. We don't need all that. We've seen you do it on tape for 3 years. Just give us the medicals. Let's go. That's why I don't even watch the combine.
So then Caleb, speaking of medical, he didn't even turn over any medical. He didn't do any drills. He didn't do anything. I mean, shouldn't he at least go through the motions of some of the stuff? I mean, is that kind of showing that he's scared, maybe? Is it fear that he don't want to, look bad at a combine and drop his stock, maybe? Or people question taking him number one? Maybe lack of greater competition, maybe? I mean, someone who's a competitor is going to go out there and compete no matter what. I don't know.
The thing is, though, at the end of the day, in this draft process, all of these draft pundits and all of these NFL teams are looking for any little thing that they can find to pick and prod and pick apart a player. And so why give it to them when you've already showed them consistently that you're the best player in the country? Why give that to them? Why even give them the chance to say, oh, he made a bad throw, he's not worth the number one pick? No. Now, the medicals, I agree. That's a little like, I think everyone should have to submit. I think that should be I think the NFL should require that, just as a requirement in terms of safety.
We saw the CJ that played for the Texans in those college games. Didn't see that. You have to understand this, Omar. You have to nitpick them like nothing, especially with quarterbacks. You're trying to make the face of your franchise for the next 20 years. This is why the Raiders have been so obsolete and shit, because y'all just want to pick who y'all want to grab. Been grabbing trash for years.
But that wasn't the question. The question was, why didn't he do it? When what I'm saying is that he has the right,
and the reason why
to not throw. He does.
He doesn't want to show, and he doesn't want to compare himself to those.
Show what? I've shown you 3 years of tape. You've seen 3 years of me balling out on every college team in the country.
Omar, I've seen him 3 years with tape with an elite offensive coordinator, head coach, Lincoln Riley.
But he won't be fair, Jake.
With him.
Be fair, Jake. He hasn't had any elite receivers.
Right.
These last couple of years with USC.
I believe he's had,
and they still have the number one offense.
The best offensive head coach
what
USC
right now receiver is in the top 10 receivers, top 15 receivers. I don't think they even have one. But I'm just saying they've had, and they still had the number one offense with him at the helm.
Let me tell you something, Flo. I know what will prove that wrong.
Okay.
Whoever they use this quarterback this year, I haven't looked up who USC is going to use. They'll have a top 5 offense this year as well.
USC?
Lincoln Riley is that good.
Okay.
Well, all I know is the question was about Caleb Williams. If you're talking about the NFL team themselves, then yes, you're right. You're right. The NFL team should want to see him throw.
Caleb
You're right.
Is fearing something, and I don't know what. And there should be a lot of red flags around this guy right now. You need to really study what's going on.
You're saying it's a red flag that he doesn't want to show his medical.
Medical. There's that.
Maybe that's a little. Yeah, I agree. That's a little off, right?
In every damn Wendy's commercial I keep seeing, he hasn't done shit for me yet.
Hello.
Neither did Baker Mayfield. He was on 4 different commercials.
You had an equivalent where had all these commercials at first. Baker Mayfield.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. No, I agree with you there. I do agree with that. Yes. Yeah, Baker Mayfield showed that. Don't give people commercials before.
Graph, man. I'm tired of seeing a Wendy's commercial and seeing us getting you trying to promote the 4 for 4. Sorry, man.
4 for 4.